Henry! It's the coach. This is Madden 19, and it's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Indianapolis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Tonight, it's the 512th and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too. Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, it's Long. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there. 3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit. It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first down. On first and 10, Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Avoids him at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck, 15 yards. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that. And you laid out the stakes. So just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. Got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota. And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively. And right away, he lost the football. Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up. And avoids the turnover. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense. They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident. On third down, Mariota. And this
is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Well, Charles, the Indianapolis Colts, you remember this year they started 1-5. That was back on October 14th. That was their record. And then you look up after Week 15, that 23-0 win over Dallas that you called. And they really have turned this season around. How have they done it?
What they've done is they've stayed the course. You know, from the general manager to the head coach.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Indy. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Finding room to the 20. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
I was almost gone in that one.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. Luck now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's what you need.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Ebron never really found his footing in Detroit despite being a first-round draft choice with just 11 touchdown catches in 4 years. But the Colts think he's got the potential to really help their passing game, especially in the red zone, and he delivers right there.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
What the fuck are you doing?
From the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, and and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd and short.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field. The Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr., left tackle for the Chicago Bears, got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer, who will now be Mrs. Jennifer Leno Jr.? No Junior.
No, Junior. By the way, smart move because she's not going to say no in front of 60,000 people.
Well, I've seen it happen before. Not pretty, but not in this case. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer that's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally He feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The first carry for the rookie, it's Jordan Wilkins. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down, here's Love. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Tennessee Titans, their situation right now, Charles, in a fight for a wild card spot. They've been a bit of a tough team to figure out this year, but hey, they're getting hot at the right time, and that's December.
Yeah, and they've got some signature wins along the way, don't they? Remember they beat Philadelphia earlier in the year at home in overtime. Remember they went on the road and beat Dallas right before Dallas started a streak of 5 straight wins. But you're exactly right, getting hot at the exact right time. Really jumped on Jacksonville in the Thursday night game not too long ago. Derrick Henry ran wild. How about the follow-up at New York against the Giants in Week 15? Ends up going for well over 100 again. So look out, because when their running game's going, the Tennessee Titans are tough to deal with.
Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Got the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, and the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Anthony Walker coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now Eric Ebron and the rest of the offensive unit trotting on the field. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ball game. Let's see.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw on second down is Locke. He's got it to Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
There's something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second down, here's Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. This is brought in at the 21. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. And they've got to figure out how to stop some of the highlights that we're seeing on the screen here.
And what it feels like, he's going to say it doesn't matter what you put out here. I am having a big-time performance. I'm playing at a big-time level. Just keep throwing me the football.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Locke. Going for the deep ball. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Second down, Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Mariota now. It's incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Luck on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Luck. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton as the first half is winding down. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mariota now on 2nd down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Off of play action, Luck. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Morgan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 60 yards. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Alert, alert.
After the interception, it's Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 28 yards. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mariota on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. To the air again. Mariota. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Mariota gives to Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Mariota. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mariota throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to get a score back.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points.
Now a hit and lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to...
Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun, here's Love. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. So another catch, more yards, and now enough yards to break the single game record.
It seemed inevitable the way this game went that the yards record would fall, and we got to see it. We got to witness it, and the crowd is so excited to watch another NFL record fall.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 48 yards. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Here's Brett Kern now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check out. Blue 40.
On 3rd down, that's Matt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. From the left hash, this from 46. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, He's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Mariota throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. And the tight end Luke Stocker was the target. 3rd down here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll return it from the 6. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coaches, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Titans getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his 2nd there.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Throwing is Mariota. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On third down, Henry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Choose to continue your season and play more games with your team.